Hey guys, time for another great stream. Let's get us some great music. Good morning, Brent. I'm trying to make this a little easier for me. All right, see. Are they the right size though? They aren't. That's the problem. See, they're in like oh, they are the right size. Looks like maybe. No, they're not. We need enough room to pull a car to one side, so it's about 2 car widths on a private road. So these guys are just enough that it really should be 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars with a 3-foot space gap between them. And that's where we usually are. So we're going to call this 170. Straight. Okay, we're going to call this round. And that way, it's a little bit better. And then, because everything is scaled wrong, I can tell now. So let's go ahead and fix this curve. That works. That way the curve and everything is now scaled properly, because we're about to do a fix here. Well, it was broken. We are learning something very unfortunate about the newest version of this software. And that is that it is it's flaky when it comes to undo. And once the animation is in place, if you hit undo, sometimes it just deletes 50% of the frames for reasons. Or sometimes half of the objects in the actual space are gone. The thing I was working on last night, I hit undo and it wiped out half of it. And so I was like, well, okay. So we're going to fix it in a different way. We're going to make it, and not only that, I was making it unnecessarily hard. Yeah, well, it's all right. I've got a plan to redo it that will take less time by far. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We got it. We're getting there. We'll get there. We'll be fine. Except that I did not bring my phone up here. Yes, I did. Because I can't clock in for my job if I did not, in fact, bring the phone up. Then I get yelled at. All right. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He can do what he needs to do. I get it. It's all cool. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to change the dressing on this to... All you're going to do is make him decide he can't make commentary. And I actually like him making commentary, so there's that. I'm going to use the straight road. Does it have a parking lane? Looks like it's a parking lane. It doesn't have a parking lane. That's fine. That's exactly what I want. Okay. I go from top view. Here's what we're going to do. I figure Pepper will join us at some point here, but that'll be okay. And now I'm not sure what I'm doing. The question really is, do I want to build a curb that fits? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'll go ahead and just do this for right now. Which, by the way, all the stuff I did last night is saved. So it's not ruined. Nothing's ruined. I just cannot continue to do the other half of that video in that animation because of the weird. But then last night, I was having a hard time because the car flies up into the air effectively because it's on a hill and everything. And then I had this sudden realization that I don't need to make the animation on a hill. That was what was taking forever last night, was trying to get the car to stay on the ground. I don't need to worry about it. I really don't. All I need to do is set up the animation and then tilt the camera 10 degrees. Then it's uphill or downhill and it doesn't really matter. And I can change the uphill and downhill as I wish. Hello, Papa.
Hello. So, your car wasn't running up that hill.
No. It was having a hard time.
I need to pick out a pair of glasses.
Okay. I don't know if we need a mountain driving video yet. I mean, we might. Possible, but that's top view. What
I would like to point out that if you're teaching teenagers on how to drive and you're in Colorado, you need to teach them on how to drive on a mountain.
Yeah, yes, but that's a different. That's a practical. We have a practical, and we always take the kids up the mountain on a practical. So don't worry, we've got that covered.
Yeah, so they don't learn the hard way like I did.
Yep.
Oh. I didn't fall down or anything.
Always a plus.
I'm trying to remember the mountain, but basically Bill and I were supposed to meet some of his old work colleagues. And they were doing like some type of like 14,000, like above 14,000, like it was like
A
it
14er.
was a 14er, and Bill had me drive all the way up to the top of the mountain because we missed where everyone was going to stop and do a carpool. So that was fun. Because, like, I'm not scared of heights, but what I am scared of is falling to my death in a car off the side of a mountain. And if you've ever been on a road to one of those high 14,000 like miles above or 14,000 feet above sea level type mountains, those roads are not really well maintained.
Well, they're very well maintained. They're just unfortunately deteriorated a lot. That's
well, this one was not. This was not really well maintained.
Was it dirt road?
Yeah. We got to the top.
Did you die?
Everyone, even the most healthiest of coworkers that Bill had were having a hard time. So.
Oh yeah. I went up Pikes Peak with a buddy of mine in Tokyo, and he was starting to feel kind of oxygen depth and stuff like that. And okay, no problem. And so I then was like getting back in the car, and I'm like, whoa, dizzy. And I'm like, even I'm having oxygen problems here, you know? I was like.
So Mount Evans is the one. Mount Evans is the one that I've been up myself. But I didn't go up the entire way. But I didn't drive. Like, I drove to the base of Mount Evans, and then I hiked till I basically had a hard time breathing, and then I hiked back down. I got a walking stick out of it.
There you go. So here's how you do this thing. Notice how I tilted the tree to 15 degrees. So it's a lot easier to do mountains now than when I was a kid. Most vehicles now have EFI, and that was really the biggest issue I always ran into was my poor Vega would start to choke and die up there because it couldn't get enough air. And I have to get out with a screwdriver and adjust the throttle body back. Otherwise, that poor. And then, of course, if I forgot, I'd get back down to the flats and the thing would run super rich. But that's the thing. If you're a car person, that was just a pain in the butt. If you were my mom, she had a real problem getting her cars up there because she didn't know how to do all that stuff. You know, she wasn't about to go and futz with her throttle body on the car.
I'm happy that I already, even my first car, which was an older 1990s car, had that auto adjusted.
Yep, EFI changes the world. Cars don't even notice it now. It just automatically realizes it's low on air and oxygen and just adjusts just fine. Then now we have electrics, and our electrics just don't care. It's none of their business. They're not worried.
Unless you have, like, one that does, which would be weird.
That would be weird. Just saying, if your electric cares about altitude, that's a strange day. Clear out this block here. There. Well, it's good to me. Doesn't have to be beautiful, just has to work. I feel like I should make this one unit. I have been suffering with this for a while, and I think it will make the animation faster by far if I make it one unit. And we've got so many things that I'll need this for that I think it's worthwhile. All right. I don't know what this is thinking about. It's kind of jaunty. Hey, you. And you know what? Let's render this. Let's just render. That's not good. Yeah, oh, that's readable. Yeah, I have to do something about this. No, because that'd be after my meeting that this needs to be done in.
I just realized.
Spin up blender. Orange juice.
Yeah, it's orange juice.
Okay, the music's talking, and that's really disturbing. I'm going to change the music. There was a lot of talking going on. It was really weird.
That would probably be my husband.
No, sometimes the music just makes words. I don't know. Like unintelligible words. And we discussed it a couple of times. You're like, it starts counting or something like that. Since we're going into winter, though, I've been thinking about turning my monitors back, aiming that way towards the bookshelf, and making my little spot right here for sitting or standing or whatever. If we go into the winter months.
go. Not the cleanest, but oh well.
Fair.
That's not gonna work. Let's try these scissors. That works.
Okay, the creepy voices are definitely your husband.
Yeah, those are my husband. Yeah, that's for sure.
It's actually
He's in a
fine.
meeting.
It is not an issue. Although it is funny, it's not an issue.
Yeah. The creepy voices from the beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the door. I prepared something. Oh, okay.
Just for me? How sweet.
No,
No.
it's not for you guys.
Aw. So sad. I has a sad.
Just want to point out that washi tape really needs to.
It needs to up its game. It totally needs to up its game. It should be better than it is. Like, it's irritating to me that it's not as cool as it should be.
This is the commission piece I did. I think I showed you guys last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm packing up right now.
Fair.
And then alright.
Okay.
Now I do goodies.
So I can make my exaggerated corner if I need to. My exaggerated curb. I'm dying for food here because I'm just hungry. Man. But I need to go out and turn our ballots in and all this stuff. And so I have done this thing where I'm going to trick myself into going out today. Like, if you will go out and do your civic duty, you can then have food. So that is the trick that I am doing to get me to do the job. Otherwise, I will forget. And then it'll be like, why didn't you vote? Because I'm stupid. And I hate that. What's so weird is sometimes it sounds like Bill and it's totally normal. Then other times it sounds like aliens over there or something. You know what I mean? Like it's so weird how the microphone distorts his voice. But when he hits just a certain volume level, it totally sounds like Bill. And then there's like other volume levels where it sounds like, demons from hell or something really entertaining.
He's talking to someone right now.
I get it. Oh, yeah, it is totally this is just an observation. There's no complaint here or anything. I'm just doing it's interesting how sometimes his voice changes so much on that particular thing.
No, I get it. Trust me, I get it all the time. I live with him.
Right? There we go. All right, let's go over here. Just grab this green so that everything matches. Less than harder because then actually get a cool game. Nice.
It's basically pre-made to fashion to low balancing. Technically that already exists because if you just grab the ALB URL and
I already voted.
What?
I took my mail-in ballots a lot sooner.
Oh, you're responding to like what I said 30 minutes ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
I forgot. Which is totally fine. You are more than welcome to respond to my things later on. That's okay. There, you can't miss that curve, boy. Ooh, doggy. Don't want to get caught in that one. That's a serious curve. Getting curb stomped by the curb or something. Shut up.
Or like every day.
Alright. Final.
All right.
Leslie Child.
There you go.
May the power of Satan not take over you!
Again. Man, I'm trying to tell Satan to stop doing that. He doesn't listen. So slow. Definitely a curb we can respect. There we go. The best part about this is all we have to do now is rotate the camera 90 degrees or 10 degrees each direction, depending on uphill or downhill. 300, so I'll make this 600 when we're done setting up the scene. When you're done setting up the scene, don't start the animation now. Don't start the animation. Just enough distance you can see what's going on. All right. Now we'll take default camera. Call this default camera. Uphill camera. You're just not helping. Right, that's what I was saying. Is like Bill's voice is kind of cool sounding, but it does sound kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why sometimes I just don't come on the show.
No, that's actually fine. Don't do that. That's totally cool, man. He can talk all he wants. We're entertained by hearing somebody we recognize. It's not.
Well, it's not messages from Bill, but it's something similar.
It's not disruptive. It's just when everything goes silent here, it's kind of like, huh, that's interesting, you know.
Okay.
Downhill camera, we have an uphill camera. There we go. We'll just use the oldest tricks in the book here. All right. Tree. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Now I think this is the same as C. now we're at 600 on this, 150, 300. So we're going to repay. So now we're going to take properties of the car. Take all of these and put linear. And we're going to copy them. 151. Yes, we're going to paste. We're going to paste again. And what I just did was pin down the animation. So at this point in time, the animation is going to reset at all three of these points. This will give us all four directions of this, and I'll just render it on the downhill camera and then render it on the uphill camera and then cut them together and up here, and I won't have to worry about it. I should have done this in the first place, would have saved me a ton of time. That's why it's good to sometimes just sit here and stare off into the distance for a second. I don't do that because we're on TV and we're on a screen. It looks weird for me to go. But that's what happens is if I can sit here for a second and think it through, sometimes I can come up with a markedly faster process. All right. One. 10 frames, half a frame, half a second, and 1, 2, 3 seconds. Paste. Same thing. Paste. 1, 2, 3. Paste. This ensures that the car sits still for the first second of each one of these videos, so that I've got 1 second to kind of cut into that video and kind of decide what I'm doing. What are we doing? Let me know. 1, 2, 3. Go to turn the wheel. So this is uphill with a curve.
All right.
Wow, that was a noise.
Yes, it was. Oh, anyways, where's the package?
All right, neutralize the car. 1, 2, 3 seconds in, and we'll turn the car. One uphill.
messages from Bill.
Could we not call out to Satan while I'm in my meetings?
Call it the what?
Satan. At one
So
point,
that's the only thing you heard?
you yelled.
That's the only thing you heard?
At one point, he yelled something about Satan, and I'm like, I'm talking louder so they don't hear. It's like, what is he doing?
Oh, we were Sataning? Sweet.
Yeah, I'm still in the meeting, but we're in a little break, so I need to make some tea. But nice seeing you. I have to go make tea.
See, this is what our lives have come down to.
This is what it's come down to, huh? Do-do-do. All right. Now for the hard work. Or at least the hard work. That makes give it a little bit of comedic value to it. Wheel, and that way if it rolls 1. Cool. All else is right. I don't know why I'm having a problem with that. My own lesson here, and I'm not doing it right. But that's all right. Boing.
So how was Rocky Mountain Con? I didn't ask.
It went fine. I believe I sold 6 units of comic book. So one world building document and one issue, I believe, is what happened. So I say that because I actually have not counted the money yet, or in. I know I sold, and then the favorite story of this whole thing was one lady came over and she bought a copy of the comic, and she said, "I'm giving this to my niece because she's Asian American." And I was like, "Oh, representation."
Okay.
Yep, episode 1, book 2 is starting at the end of this week. I'm gonna keep. Well, actually, no, that's not true. At the end of this week, we're going to finish rendering out all of the pictures we can for the omake, so that I can draw the omake while I'm at the NDK board meeting, being bored all weekend.
Okay.
But yeah, then once that's done, which shouldn't take. I mean, I'm going to have a lot of time over this weekend, a lot of time, and so I'll just take the surface with a pen, and I should be fine. But once we are done with that, then I'll start issue book 2 of episode 1. But this week we've got to do all we can at the beginning of the week to finish these animations, so that
You have time to do that?
yeah, so that we can, because they're going to want some. They're going to want to show that I've done some work here. So, but yeah, that's I'm talking specifically to Brent, who's telling me to do these things, and he is. Just want to make sure that he knows that I know that he knows that I know that he knows.
That he knows that you know, and that he knows and knows
That we knows.
that everyone knows now what he knows,
Right?
but it's so cryptic that we don't know what we know now. Except he knows.
Except he knows. So anyway, but yeah, I was very excited. That was very cool, and that was very sweet. And I didn't really quite get that I was doing representation, but I'm doing representation. So there's that. Well, so Brent, I went through my calendar yesterday morning and we set it up. So we're going to be working on this through the remainder of the week, or until Wednesday, which is tomorrow, because the meeting is tomorrow afternoon for drive safe. So it doesn't really. So today's meeting, tonight's meeting, and then today's show, tonight's show, and tomorrow's show are all going to be drive safe. Then tomorrow night's show, Thursday night's show is going to be Airship 27. We're going to try to finish up 2 more or at least 1 more of those Ilios, if not 2. And then Thursday night, Friday morning, probably just Friday morning, maybe Thursday night and Friday morning, we're going to do renders we're going to do all the page setup and stuff. So, just making sure we got it all straightened out there. There we go. Put this in suspension. You're suspended. automatic is block. Yep, you'll be on the, which is what I was saying. That was what we were saying yesterday. It'll be good to have you on the morning show because we're starting to work on actual Bellatrix Rising stuff, and I like having you guys around whenever we're doing Bellatrix Rising stuff because then I can say, "What about this idea?" And you can all say, "That's a stupid idea." Ah. Now at 300.
I don't know if it's a stupid idea. I have to hear it first.
What?
Then I have to shoot you down.
Yep, exactly. Now we do this. Not that one. There we go. Yes, I didn't actually download the enterprise models though. I should have. Those look awesome. And I don't actually have an Enterprise F, which is good. So that model will help me. Also, I believe that's in there is the refit NX-01, which is definitely one of my absolute favorites. And it's all because I'm a big fan of Doug Drexler, and I always will be a big fan of Doug Drexler. Just, he's a good human being. But he's also an excellent artist, and he's one of those cycled loop people, as in he was a hardcore Trekkie. He was part of the letter campaign to NBC in the 60s, you know, like super hardcore Trekkie, wore Starfleet uniforms, went to the first conventions in New York, yada, 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 and then ended up actually being an illustrator for Star Trek. So closed loop. And I love those. And he's the one that did the refit for the NX-01, because the original NX-01 was done by Rick Sternbach, whom I absolutely adore as well. And Rick and I have had great discussions. And honestly, that's really cool. I love talking. So those guys are like my heroes. Rick Sternbach, John Eves, Doug Drexler. I've met Rick and John. I have not met Doug yet. Someday I will. It's only a matter of time.
So, I heard a very interesting story last night.
If it's a bad story about Doug Drexler, I don't want to know.
No, it's about Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard some seriously bad stories about Gene Roddenberry, so we're actually okay there.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting one because basically someone was talking about fandoms and how people say things one way, but the creator of the terminology that the fandom basically adopted. When the creator corrects a crowd, everyone needs to start following what that person said. Because it was brought in, this story was brought up after a major discussion between GIF and GIF was going.
Well, we're talking about Trekkies and Trekkers, aren't we?
Yeah, Trekkies and Trekkers. And so Gene Roddenberry, in the middle of, like, he gets up and he basically says, "Hello, all you Trekkies," and someone yells, "Trekkers," and he goes, "I created the damn show. It's Trekkies."
Yes. It's why I will always say I am a Trekkie. That's what he said we were. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the subject was brought up because of the whole the creator of GIF or GIF, whatever. He went on the record to state that it is not pronounced GIF, it is pronounced GIF. And people still, but he then followed it up with, if you're going to call it a GIF, that's fine.
Yeah.
But know that it's not actually the correct spelling or the correct pronunciation. It's actually supposed to be this.
Right.
And the G does not even stand for graphics. So it was like, well, okay. So yeah, it was from an interview that I was listening to, where they were talking about stuff from like the 90s and like 80s and the 70s as well.
Yeah, it's always interesting because I've always called it GIF.
Well, grammatically correct, you are pronouncing it correctly. G with a vowel next to it usually makes a J sound.
Right.
But there are people who pronounce it GIF.
Yes.
But the G does not stand for graphics, whatever that is. Graphics information, that's not correct.
Okay. I think that's partly because a JPEG, the J stands for something different. And I think that's, whoa. What was that all about? Whatever was your last command, you just went wonky on me for reasons.
Because I wanted to!
Right? I'm like, no, let's not do that, please.
You can't tell me what to do, Dad!
You're not my real dad!
You're just a kid!
You're just a GIF! Or a GIF! We don't even know!
I don't know who you are! As our audience
You go
is
right into that tree.
Tired or hungry, folks, this is when the show gets weird.
All right, I think. Cross our fingers, guys. Turn the wheel. Bump up against the curb. Okay. Turn the wheel the other direction. Still bump up against the curb. All right, no curbs. Turn the wheel, and you roll off into the grass. Turn the wheel, and you roll right into the tree. Both work. All right. Yeah, really, that car totally had an accident. That's what's weird. Something's really flaky about the code in the animation side of this, which makes me go, okay, I get it, but what? Okay. UCLA is done. All right. Turn, bump. Turn, bump. Turn, roll off. Turn, roll off. All right. All right. Okay. This one's complete. And we are out. I'm not going to render it right now because it makes my camera and audio act very strange. And okay.
I see you're rendering again.
That was my funny thing for the day. All right.
Oh, I thought it was real.
No, it's just being weird. Let's see. What else can we move on to? Gaps in traffic? Nah. Blind intersections. That's going to require something actually relatively simple to make that work. Blind intersections are a sucky thing. Definitely want to make sure we have figured out. Do I have blind intersections? I have 3 blocks that doesn't have. Three blocks, no lights. Stop signs back in. After this, I'm going to go to the pharmacy and get the medication that the doctor thinks I need. Which is really cool, because if he's right, then I'm going to end up with, oh, this is a blind intersection, so let's make it cross street, not have a stop sign. This is not a four-way. If the doctor's right, then I should start feeling the effects of less inflammation in the body, and I should be able to move more. So we'll see. That could be pretty exciting, just saying.
I would say so. Good luck.
Thank you. The next thing we want to fix is not the four-way. We want this to be not a four-way anymore. So we take Doing all right. Both Pepper and Guy are hungry.
Before anyone mentions that I ate before coming onto the show, I'm always hungry. Side effect.
Side effect of being Pepper.
You.
If you were this awesome, that's just a side effect.
If you were this awesome, you would have problems with a whole bunch of food.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. All right.
I'm actually really enjoying these postcards. They're Japanese style postcards that you can do watercolors on.
Aw. I like it.
So they're for the little
Oh,
boy
yeah. I like it.
I did the thing on. The next one.
Oh, wait, I'm not looking. Hang on. Because I'm saving. Wait, okay, now I'm looking. Aw. Oh, I like that. I like the eyes.
Yeah. The last one is a child form of Babe the Blue Ox.
This block. Surfaces. There we go. Now we have priority. B and D have priority. Useful. Now we're going to make things difficult for our poor driver. Those blind corners can give us all of the things that are on here, like look left first. So next thing we need is a fence. I'm trying to decide whether I should model a fence. I really should choose a model fence. I find that offensive. I love Stephen Pastis, by the way. I was just thinking about that. And he takes like 7 panels to set up an entire pun. And I just absolutely adore those stupid. They're so dumb and I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Pastis, who does Pearls Before Swine, and how he does, like, he'll do so many panels to set up a pun, and you can totally tell he's headed there. You have no idea what he's doing, right? Like, he'll start with, you know, hi, I'm here to see the doctor. You know, is Dr. Ness here? And then you're like, I know he's doing this. I know he's setting it up, but you have no idea what he's setting up. And then the nurse is like, yeah, he's here. Do you know him? And then Pig is like, oh yeah, he and I used to go to college together a long time ago, and I'm just here to visit with him. And so the nurse is like, yeah, I'll just send him right over. And so then, of course, the doctor comes out and goes, hey, Pig, how are you? And Pig goes, hello, Docness, my old friend. Good to see you once again. And you're like, it's like, because he set that up so much, and you're like, you know it when he starts. You're like, this is a joke. I know this is a pun, and I don't know how in the world it's a pun, but it's a pun. And it's so funny. It cracks me up every time. Because I just love the guy. He's twisted and wrong in all the right ways.
Hello, Darkness, my old friend.
Right? I've come to see you once again. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch to not naked mode for this. Just these two. You. I wonder if Bill, when you do things like yell Satan, if Bill just says, I'm sorry, I have an eccentric husband.
No, his work has actually met me.
Yeah, they know you. They know you. There's no escaping it now.
I was who do you want to do last?
When I get back to Springs, and I will get back to Springs, I think I'm going to try to see if I can't start some of those long form puns. They're really freaking funny.
Have you heard of Kablooey?
Of what?
Kablooey.
Kablooey?
Apparently, it's a social media thing for cartoonists.
No.
Okay, I found out about it this morning.
Well, this becomes a TIL for me as well. I will now bring it up. Kablooey?
No.
Because Kablooey, of course, is, whatever it was, Kung Fu Louie and the Ooey Kablooey, Ooey Gooey Kablooey, which was like the comic that was
Kablooey is a place for creators, readers, historians, and anyone else who loves comics. To see a preview, click about at the bottom of this page, and then basically it asks you to create an account.
where is it? Kabloo? How do you spell it?
KABLOOEY comics.
Oh, comic. That's why.
Yeah, it kind of just looks like basically social media for cartoonists. So everything has to be old enough for a 13-year-old and up to see, as anything inappropriate that a 13-year-old or Aunt May do not post.
Fair. Every time I do this, though,
I never seem to get traction from stuff like this, so
no, but I kind of like to join things that are in our wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Like, and these are our peeps, so to speak, and I like to kind of join them from time to time, because if you don't join them, then you don't, we don't realize that.
No, if you don't join them, a lot of the people in the comic book community think you're a snob.
That wasn't really where I was going. I was thinking more along the lines of, what a great place to put my comics so that people would say, hey, look, comics, And if I put them up on there, then likely what'll happen is somebody will say, oh, hey, I found this comic on here and I like it, welcome to Kablooey. Look at me kablooeying. Oh man, I think this is exactly what I've always wanted. Just a frickin' all it is just comics all day long. I could totally do this. It does say no nudity. That's fine. I want to set up my thingy so that it's got the correct doodly wop. Did you sign up?
Yeah.
Thank you. I will add you as a pal. You are my pal now.
How do I do that? There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Done. Taking me a quick break from my animation to do this because this is cool and I actually like this idea and I want to join a place that just does nothing but comics. That's great. Temporary way until I can come up with another one. That works. There. I changed my profile picture. You changed your profile picture. Look at us doing our things.
Wanted to. I think I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, very nice.
There you go. You're a bat, dude. You're a bat, dude. I think I will actually get back to springs, doing one a week like I was doing before, because we're doing what 7 2-hour blocks every week right now, and as long as I'm not stressy about it, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. Um, hey, I missed a week because I couldn't do my Monday morning Springs show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's going to be as big of a deal. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that and get back to it. Because I like Springs, and like I said at the con, I think that's where I will retire. When I grow old and stuff, I'm going to retire to Springs. So. All right. I'm just all amazed there's a place called Kablooey out there. I think that's great. A social media for comic artists. I'm okay with this plan. All right. Let's give ourselves a little bit of gray here. That. Since this is comedic, brick, like stupid, ridiculous red front something. Oh, we got about 4 minutes. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a CLI, so like you could just put commands to flow in production of that and then that's the thing is that some of our code you don't get to access production. You can do that. And then you'll have to have some automation practices to control them and that could be
To see if this worked like this. We'll see. Sometimes these work. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're really, really tiny. There's an impressive wall. The homeowner here is like, I'm a real jerk. I'm just a jerk. And I want you to see.
You said it, not me. Jeez.
Grumpy homeowner. Yeah, no. You can totally see this though from here. You cannot see anything. That's kind of cool. Totally seen places like this though.
See places like what?
Intersections like this one where it is just stupid high walls on both sides and you cannot see past it.
Oh yeah.
Because we have to show the, how you have to stop and then creep forward thing. I have to talk about that. So.
But now if you creep forward too much, you'll go out in the middle of frickin' traffic.
Yep.
And nearly hit the people who are coming.
And that's why we have to talk about it.
So in our neighborhood, we actually have some stop signs that are really far back.
Yep.
And so we have people who live in the neighborhood who stop not only after the stop sign, their vehicle is about 3/4 away past the stop sign when they finally stop. So their front end is exactly at the road line. And those people I want to kill every single time I see them.
Right? Because that's not what Colorado law says. Specifically does not say that. In fact, it very specifically says you stop at the stop bar, not at the stop sign.
Yeah.
In fact, I will intentionally make the stop sign further back just so that we have that point made.
Now, I mean, I get it. If you want to see and you can't see from back there, I get moving forward. But use caution. Jeez.
Well, you're not supposed to stop at the stop sign at all. So.
No, I mean, like, if you need to inch forward to see for some, for one reason or another, don't sit there and, like, pull out in the middle of traffic is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, that's what this video is all about. The one I'm working on right now. What do you do when you get to here? Because of course, the other thing is the cross street danger problems. So. Okay, I'm going to go get lunch and do the things and all of that stuff.
Drop off your ballots.
Finished this particular animation, or I haven't finished the setup. All I need to do is do the animation on it, and we are good.
All right. Well, have fun dropping off your ballots.
I will, and I'm going to go get my medication too, and then I'm going to also treat myself to like lunch somewhere, and I don't know where. I haven't figured it out yet, but I can do that. So, well. And then I will see you guys tonight. It's Tuesday night, so I'll be back here at 10 o'clock, same broadcast time. We'll be working on this stuff. But I'm actually having fun. This is a lot of fun. This is always fun for me. So, okay, I will see you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Keep your eyes on the stars.
Keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.